Hey y'all, hey, my name is Lavanya, but they call me Yay. I have another reaction for y'all. Bonnie Blue, yeah, that's who we're dealing with. I'm not gonna waste no time.
We decided to do groups to start with to help with numbers. They had about 40 seconds max before we'd keep swapping. It was like Christmas Day on repeat for me. I loved it. Hi, I'm Bonnie Blue. I slept with over 1,000 men, including probably your husband.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. You slept with 1,000 men. This has to be a joke. Do you mean like you were on a cruise ship and you were the only woman? No, there has to be another solution. There has to be another meaning. I have to be confused.
As a child, I was quite confident. I was a dancer, always loved entertaining. Did get picked on a little bit at school and mainly hung around with like much older girls, and the guys I got along with just a lot better than I did the girls. I never even considered myself being an adult star or working in the adult industry, mainly down to confidence, and I didn't enjoy sex how I do now. So the idea of having sex and that much of it was not like, it was of zero interest to me. I started by scrolling on TikTok and I kept seeing.
She said, baby, I need that zig. She said, it's mine and I need it.
I guess my first way into adult work was camming, speaking, but these girls, all different body shapes, types, different backgrounds, saying how they was earning money from speaking to guys on their laptops at any time of the day. And my husband at the time was always been very open in terms of communication. I spoke to him about it straight away, and he probably was listening and watching the TikToks with me. So it wasn't okay, I want to sit you down because I want to, work in the adult industry. And he was so focused on my happiness. He knew, okay, the options was I go back into recruitment, sitting in an office 9 to 5, or I sit at home and I do camming, and it means I can go to the beach during the day and I have more control.
I wonder what her husband looks like. Like, my guess is he either looks like a wizard gamer or he's 60 plus years old.
Over my earnings. So it was never a question of, okay, should I do it? It was okay, when should I start? 2 weeks after that, like, I was earning a lot of money on camming, like 45,000 AUD a week. And that was like instantly life-changing for me. So I was like, okay, wow, I can do this as a career. At the time I was enjoying it, but I'd still say it was 60% for the money. And I was like, wow, if I do this, I'm gonna be earning money. But
hold on, I'm not gonna lie. Have y'all ever watched, what the fuck is the name of that show on Netflix I used to watch with the priest and the scientist and the therapist, and they were fighting demons? Yeah, that movie. Or yeah, that show. This is what it's giving like. It's like she's trying to paint it as if this is a good thing. I'm not saying it's good or bad. 1,000 is a bit extreme, I will not lie, but she's saying, oh, I'm making bands off of this, y'all. I'm not just doing it just because I'm making bands off of it. You should do it too. Even though that's not what she's saying, that's what she's saying.
You can only be doing camming if you're literally sat there in front of the camera. Whereas if I was to sell videos like OnlyFans, I could be earning money whilst I'm sleeping or whilst I'm at the beach or on a dog walk. So 2 weeks into that, so start of June, I decided to set up OnlyFans. In the last 30 days, I made 1.5 million. I'd like to be earning 5 million a month. But if that ever came at a cost where my pleasure went or my enjoyment went, I wouldn't.
Them demons definitely got her. Look at her eyes. They're soulless. Unless she just does coke, because I know that's like what rich people do, I guess.
Not be chasing it. It's not, the goal is happiness, freedom, and doing what I want to do. But obviously I've got targets along the way. I'm also a businesswoman that loves supporting my family and other people. So yes, I do care about money, but that is not the whole goal and purpose here. I've created the game, basically. I have changed and made, I guess, completely changed.
If money is not the whole purpose, please enlighten me. Enlighten me.
Industry, to put it simply. No one was doing what I've done. I started these stunts, that's what we're going to call them, like back in November, and I've continued to do them every few months. Nothing has changed, no matter what other people are doing in the industry. It's like, I do this because I enjoy it, which is why you always see me so happy and passionate about the work I do. And like, near enough every month I do some sort of stunt, and I'll continue to do that. So when I did the students in the UK, I actually started with a thing called Schoolies in Australia, and that's basically the same as Freshers Week, but just the Australia version. And my inbox was flooded with these schoolies saying, hey, like I really want to sleep with you and make a video. And at the time I was only making fake content. And when I say fake content, I mean with other adult content creators that are taking perhaps tablets, the videos are over 2 hours long, but are edited into like a 30, 45 minute video where you don't see all the stop starts, you don't
Wait. 2 hours long. 2 hours long. The fuck?
see where we've struggled to get into a position or where we've perhaps picked up lube or we've done different things, which isn't in this, perfect performance of what sometimes adult content looks like. And when all these 18-year-olds was messaging me saying, hey, let's make a video, to start with, I dismissed it. And then I thought, actually, why would I not want to make more realistic content? Because when I'm speaking to my subscribers online and fans, sometimes they're like, oh, well, my body doesn't look like that. Or,
Oh my gosh. She's making me dizzy. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't perform like that. And I know if I watch a movie or if I'm watching something online and I can relate to that person a lot more, I'm a lot more connected to it and I enjoy it a lot more. So I was like, that should be the same message in the content I make. So that was where the whole student sort of content came from. And it was one of the best things I've ever started. The biggest petition started, it was over 25,000 signatures in Australia, which then made my visa get taken off me. And the comments was, yeah, she's sleeping with people underage, they're under the influence, they're not consenting. And I'm just reading that thinking, if you think your son of 18-year-olds don't want to sleep with me, then the joke is on you, because they clearly do. They are consenting, and it's more just embarrassing how poorly educated they are, what their kids are getting up to. Because if you're 18, sleeping with an adult worker who...
My bitch says she is everybody's type. They do not discriminate when it comes to her. Clock it.
Who's fully tested in a safe environment, that should be the least of their worries. So no, I never thought what I was doing was wrong. It just encouraged me to do it more and sleep with more people to show the benefit it can have.
Bro, she keeps talking about benefits. Y'all, I think she fucking for food stamps.
There's been adult content creators sleeping with people dressed up as schoolgirls since adult content has started. So I was like, why can't it be the woman that's the older one? Why can't, we always talk about
No, sorry. What exactly are we benefiting? She still hasn't told us what we are benefiting.
equality, and we think should be the same. Okay, well, why can't I be the one?
Nah, bitch, don't try to turn the tables to make it seem like the brighter side of things.
Sleeping with a, schoolboy instead. Virginity is a hard one to say, because some people say they're a virgin to skip the queue, and, some say they're not a virgin, but they are a virgin because they just want to, pretend they've got a few under their belt. But I would definitely say it's like, into the hundreds, maybe like 300-400.
Obviously, I want to talk about the 1,000 men.
Yeah.
Can you just talk me through the day and like the logistics of it, I suppose?
Yeah, surprisingly, it went very, very well, because I was concerned at one point I was going to have more staff than people to bonk me. So I was definitely pleased when I realised there was a massive queue 2 hours before. I had security outside of the house. There was security as soon as you come in. There was then a basement, which was like they could wait, have drinks. So they had to wear protection.
First of all, so you're telling me out of 1,000 men, a little under half of those boys were boys.
They got told they could wear a ski mask if they wanted to hide their face. They had to bring ID, sign a consent form. And that's as far as the sort of background checks went. We decided to do groups to start with to help with numbers and also give people an ease in, because they're seeing other people. They can also watch while somebody else is taking their turn, because a lot of people enjoy that. Then we went on to one-to-one, and they had about 40 seconds max before we'd keep swapping.
Bro, she is like the boss battle of men pleasers. She's the boss fight. She's on top.
Then we a few hours into that, we went back to groups for a little bit, then back to one-on-ones, and we finished with another big group. So some of them would come in and say, hey, I'm with my friends, can we come in together? And it was just whatever made them feel most comfortable. I had to go for 2 or 3 toilet breaks, and I would the toilet was upstairs, so I'd run upstairs, and I've never ran down the stairs so quickly. I've been so excited to get going again, because I'd see all their faces.
She's excited to fuck all these niggas. Oh my girl. No, y'all, I actually think this has to be like some form of a drug she's taking, because no, even if this was just like a okay normal hobby to have, what normal person is going at it 2-3 hours, 1,000 people? What?
Just there's no other way of explaining it other than just pure happiness I got from that day. So there was no point I wanted to stop. And even when it ended, I was like happy because it had been the most successful day. Everyone had an amazing time. But I was like, okay, wow, like I want to do that again. Like I thought it'd be a thing I'd do once and not consider again. And I even joked, I was like, shall we make this a weekly thing? Like it was like Christmas Day on repeat for me. I loved it. The media and tabloids actually started this rumour saying,
How could you ever compare such a holy day? Oh, but you nasty.
I was rumoured to be pregnant. And then it sort of went quite viral on TikTok. Everyone was saying like Bonnie Blue's pregnant from the 1,000 men. And the news started contacting me for comments. And at the time I hadn't seen these TikToks. I was like, look, I don't know what they're on about. I don't know what they're talking about. And then when I looked into it and I went on TikTok and saw there was, hundreds of TikToks saying I was pregnant, we decided just to reply with no comment. It was like, we just won't respond. And then a few days had gone past. And I was like, actually, why don't we use this to our advantage? Why don't I hint the fact I'm pregnant? Because the media is...
Okay, I'm hoping my girl is joking about all of this. I mean, if you would lie about being pregnant, you would lie about a lot of things. So let's hope she's lying about 1,000 men for the sake of y'all husbands.
Already doing that. Like, why don't I actually take control from this and feel empowered from it, as opposed to letting the media run with stories which aren't correct? So I then posted a photo of a pickle covered in chocolate and tried silly food combinations, obviously hinting at the fact I was pregnant. And I worded things very cleverly to make it, like I said, hint that I was pregnant, but never once said, hey, I'm pregnant. And the plan was from that was, okay, in 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to release a video to say this extra income I've earned and attention I've had from hinting at pregnancy, I'm going to put towards somebody else's IVF journey.
My bitch thinking big.
Back when I was in a relationship, I actually tried for a few years for a child and I couldn't get pregnant. And it felt embarrassing, which is wrong because it shouldn't be like that. But as a woman, you think, okay, well, other people get pregnant or people get pregnant so easily without trying. And I'm here taking pregnancy tests. I'm doing my...
Okay, let me give my true, honest opinion about this video, because the past me, I don't know if I was too stunned to speak or what the case may have been. I'm not even gonna say I hate to be judgmental. If you call this judging, bitch, I'm judging. I'm judging. This life shit, it's all about winning the right way, the wrong way. It's really about your perspective and how you look at it. But for people like Bonnie, life is about winning. It's about who's gonna have the most assets in the end. Who gonna bring in the money on for real. And my girl is bringing in the money on. Don't get me wrong, but I need to know what was the thought behind 1,000 men in a day. My good sis had to be off that shit that day. She had to did a couple lines to be like, yes, I'm ready. Her not being able to have children, it is kind of sad, but I feel like sometimes in life, everything happens for a reason. Like maybe the life you're living is the life you're just meant to live. Sleeping with 1,000 niggas in a day, that might just be your story. How you wish you could do it every week, that might be what you need to be doing. Sis, go get that bag. Go suck 1,000 dicks every week. Hey, we all get into it differently as long as you get into it, I guess. But then again, I really do hope this is about the money and nobody is forcing her to do this. Because white people, their stories get a little different. No offense. But she might have a pimp whole time who's making her do this. I really just hope she's doing it with her own free will. Like, this is something she's happy doing. Because me, if my dream was to eat 1,000 butts every week, I would be meeting quota every fucking week. Like, life is too short to not be doing what you want to do. Go eat 1,000 butts. Go suck 1,000 toes. All I know is you better be figuring out how to make 1,000 bands and more. Not no or more, and more.
I need to know, do y'all think she's crazy? Do y'all think she's lying? Is this some huge social experiment? Let me know in the comments. But that's all I have for y'all today, and it's until next time.